Well, good evening and welcome here to Paul McGinley Field here in San Antonio, Texas. We're on the campus of Trinity University, and the hometown Tigers are going to take on the visiting Austin College Kangaroos. Austin College coming in looking for their first victory on the season, 0-10-1 on the season. They will have a starting lineup of Kennedy Lane, Caitlin Hernandez, Giselle Melendez-Valas, Delaney Alexander, Emery Watson, Brittany Hutton, Priscilla Garcia, Sarah Davis, Jessica Hayakawa Negrete, Shelby Smith, and Heather Foster. And for the Tigers, they come in ranked number 8 in the country, 12-0-1 on the season. Lauren Lewis will start in goal. Josephine McCrae, Alana Wickham, Emma Everts, Isla Newland, Taylor Campbell, Ashlyn Zingelman, Kira Stafford, Molly Sheridan, Michaela Bosco, and Bailey Meyer. No surprises for the starting lineup here for the Tigers. Head coach of Dylan Harrison. A special shout out and congratulations to assistant coach Spencer Ospino, who is back in Louisiana being honored the Hall of Fame inductions for Nichols State, her alma mater. And Tigers getting ready just off the bottom of your screen. Big win here on Wednesday night, taking on their travel partner here in the SCAC, Shriner. It was a very offensive affair for the Tigers. Michaela Bosco with 4 goals. Molly Sheridan had 2 goals and 2 assists. And that paced the Tigers for a 9-0 victory. The Tigers have not conceded a goal all the way back since September 16th here when they faced Hardin Simmons. They've only conceded 2 on the season, and almost an exact opposite tale of the season for the Kangaroos under new head coach Kevin Gregory, who spent a couple of years up in Bluffton, Ohio, Division III school, and he is off to a bit of a tumultuous start here. They started off early on, close losses to Hendricks and Laterno, and then they got a tie against Howard Payne. And the season has gone away from them since getting into conference play. But a tough 1-0 loss to Shriner at home to start the month. They fell 5-1 to Centenary and 3-0 last weekend to St. Thomas. They will have the Tigers here today, and on Sunday they will be back at Shriner, as we are already in the second phase of the double round robin conference play schedule here for the women's 2022 SCAC campaign. Austin College is going to be in the red and black striped tops with the black shorts, going from right to left across your screen. Trinity in the all white, left to right across your screen, and all the way down deep, that's Michaela Bosco looking to get something started. And in goal, Kennedy Lane coming up to make the pickup and momentarily keep the Tigers at bay. And now Austin College had it for a moment. That was sent through by Emery Watson. And she'll send that one all the way down to the Tigers keeper, Lauren Lewis. Lewis played the first half against Shriner. Things were pretty solid at a 4-0 pace. Joey Finley and Lauren Little split time in the second half. And as these conference games here for the Tigers late in the year start to accumulate, we'll see how the players have their minutes managed. It's always a tricky part for a team that has aspirations for the postseason. You want to stay fit, you want to stay at top form. You also don't want to get extremely winded, as the Tigers will win a corner here. Kira Stafford has that one played out, and she will take the corner from deep. She got us started just 48 hours ago against the Mountaineers from Shriner. She was able to find Bosco off of a set piece just like this from that exact spot. That one is put in. Sheridan might have gotten a touch on it. A couple of Kangaroos send it around. Everts will send it back into the box, and that one's finally pushed forward by the Kangaroos. And now an opportunity here for Austin College. They've got a little bit of space. They can start to make a run. And pushing that one forward was Heather Foster. Might have held on to it for just a touch too long since it's a tad bit wide. Taylor Campbell coming in momentarily with the tackle, trying to take possession back for Trinity, but that'll be played now for the Kangaroo throw. Apologies as we go through this game on the Austin College names. We like to announce them as we can, but mention their black and red front jerseys. The numbering is solid black with a thin white line, which will make it a little difficult to pick up from across the field. So we'll do our best to be true and accurate there. My eyes not what they once were. As Everts for Trinity trying to come through the middle. Gets sent all the way back for Zingelman. That ball's going to find the foot of Bosco. Trinity fans know all about her speed. Now she's going to take a shot from distance. And Michaela Bosco will put the Tigers on the board. She had 4 on Wednesday night. She continues on here this weekend. And the Tigers take the early 1-0 lead. Absolute laser on the turn from Bosco, and normally have replay for you. We have volleyball action this weekend, and had a couple of weekends where we've put soccer ahead on the main system with our replay and giving it back to volleyball for this Friday evening. We'll have our normal production back on Sunday. That would have been one I would have loved to have seen again. If you're watching on YouTube, you get the luxury of playing that back if you choose. And now Bosco playing that one forward. Sheridan still working. Now gives up for Campbell. She'll take the one-timer touch and play it right into the foot of Lane. Foster here near side has that pass blocked and played out by Campbell. Looking for somebody in front, has Alexander. And connection unable to be made. Ball will revert back to Trinity. Now it's Wickham. Wickham all the way out to Campbell. Now has Bosco and Sheridan in the box. She'll send it in, and deflected and corralled once again by Kennedy Lane. First half on the men's side here for Austin College. They are in Houston taking on St. Thomas and having a similar go of things. That game just starting, and the Kangaroos finding themselves down a goal as well. 1-0 early on, 2.5 minutes in to St. Thomas. Another action around the SCAC. The only thing that's drawn final so far, Schreiner hosting Dallas. That's where Austin College will be next, or this Sunday, over in Kerrville to face the Mountaineers. Schreiner holding to a 1-0 victory over the Crusaders. Centenary and Texas Lutheran underway about an hour ago. We'll see if we can get an update from Seguin and Southwestern. And that one just stays out. That one hit off the post. Looked like it might have had just enough to hit the post and dink in, but comes all the way back across the face of the goal. And the angle just wasn't there. St. Thomas and Southwestern, the other game, that one kicks off in about 20 minutes up in Georgetown. Wickham, top of the 18, dribbles it in, takes the shot, and loses her footing. Has that one go just wide of the net. McCray tries to pass it in to Sheridan. And nice defense from Austin College. Clear it out. Now Zingelman puts in a nice ball. This one's going to bounce around and just go over the top of the bar. That'll be another goal kick here for Lane. Action on a Wednesday night, Michaela Bosco took over the conference scoring lead with her 12th goal. Moments ago, made it number 13 on the season. And this is Sheridan. And Everts back to Sheridan. No. Lane comes up and corrals, taking away an opportunity for the Tigers. Sheridan had the lead going into the night, scored 2 goals herself, but unable to hold the lead against Bosco, and now Bosco out to a 2-goal lead on her teammate. Bosco did lose the conference lead in assist as Kiera Stafford picked up a couple for herself. She now has 8 on the year, Bosco with 7 and Sheridan with 5. They're 1, 2, 3 in the conference. Stafford puts that one in for the cross. Lane will come corral and bring it all the way out to the top of the 18 to let her team get a little bit of space. That'll be kicked out. Should be a Trinity throw. It will be. Zimmy, we're talking about assists. She's 5th in the conference with 4 assists. And she's done that mostly as a sub throughout the entirety of the year. Similar to Hannah Khan, who is 4th in the conference in scoring goals. She has 7. So Trinity getting production at both from the top of their offensive front, but also when they take a break, they replenish and have just enough to keep it going. On the other side, Barber and Lane. Evan Barber, the substitute goalkeeper for tonight, and Kennedy Lane are 1-2 in the conference for saves for Austin College. And then Joey Finley and Lauren Lewis, 1-2 for save percentage. And Kennedy Lane coming in 5th in the conference. She's at 817 on the year. Joey Finley's not allowed a goal all season. Perfect 1,000%. Lauren Lewis at 846 in second place. Giselle Melendez-Valles works it back to her teammate. And they try to find Watson. Now Alexander trying to flip the field. Her long pass will be played out. It'll be a throw for Trinity. Pass from Hayakawa Negrete, taken away by Campbell. Trinity continues to dominate the offensive possession in their attacking zone. Lane will let that shot go wide. Just about 15 minutes in here for this one on a somewhat muggy evening here in San Antonio. Currently 85 as we approach 7:15. Everts will head that back. Finds Sheridan, who had a little bit of space, gives it back for Campbell. Now Newland into the middle. Wickham had the turn, didn't feel it. Now Campbell just walking through the middle. That one blocked off momentarily. And it'll be played. Looked to almost be played out, but that'll stay in. And Foster plays it forward. We'll go for another Trinity throw. Now Wickham trying to find Sheridan. We'll have that one roll all the way through. And we'll get another kick here from Lane.
Get it from her. Find the gap. Good job, Harris.
Some SCAC fans might have heard me talk about Austin College head coach Kevin Gregory. You might be hearing a familiar voice here just off during my silence at times of former Southwestern men's coach Don Gregory, Kevin's father and assistant coach here for the Kangaroos. Compiled some very impressive seasons for the Pirates during his time there. And offside will be given. And Sheridan will make it 2-0. And Molly Sheridan going to the short corner. A very nice shot and goal for her 12th of the season.
Goal for the Tigers by Molly Sheridan. Assist to Elena Wickham.
As you can hear the well-known voice of James Hill giving the assist for Elena Wickham. Sheridan scoring the second goal. She was credited with the assist for the first. That gives her 3 goals, 3 assists here on the weekend, if you count the Wednesday game. Gives 5 goals for Michaela Bosco. Currently in this game alone, 7 shots for the Tigers, 3 on goal.
Get in, Britt. Get in, Britt.
Taken one corner and had an offside. No fouls either way. And now for Bosco. Makes the turn to her left. And coming all the way across the field. I believe that was Delaney for Austin College. Took that one away from Bosco. Now Everts will take a shot. Didn't quite have enough on it. That'll be another save, the second for Lane. Foster gives way, and trying to chase it down was Watson. She's unable to track. Newland feeds it in for Wickham. Already working with a assist so far today, trying to see what she can find inside the box. Austin College will send it around and then have it go off Kira Stafford's foot, so they'll get the throw. And with that possession, a substitution now for the Kangaroos. Tanya Gonzalez will enter as the game's first sub. She comes in for Delaney Alexander. These two teams met 2 weeks ago up in Sherman. First half was a single goal scored for Trinity. And then in the second half, they found their offensive touch, netting 7 on their way to an 8-0 victory. Wickham, that one nicely blocked. I believe that was Watson. That one finds the foot of Wickham. She puts it across. Bosco couldn't connect. And Everts will send that one very high, as we are almost to the halfway point of the first half. 10th shot of the evening already for Trinity. Watson trying to save that one as it go out, and it'll be another Trinity throw. that first game for the Tigers. 8 different Trinity goal scorers. And Bosco was not one of them, but Sheridan was. So 9 different goal scorers before Sheridan has now struck twice against the Kangaroos in the game and a quarter so far. Watson trying to control that one, but she'll concede the corner as it goes out off her foot. It'll be Stafford on the far side. Wickham running for the short. That one might have rollen just off the hill, so Stafford will reset. And sends it all the way in. Sheridan giving way, and looked like that was deflected out. Couldn't quite tell. Might have been Brittany Hutton. And so Stafford once again. This one more towards the top of the 18. McCray tries to head it forward. And that one will roll all the way. And the Kangaroos will take a throw. Campbell giving pressure. Nice turn from Melendez Valles. They'll keep possession. It's all the way to the back line. We haven't talked much about Trinity's back line. Bailey Meyer, Zingelman, and Newland. That one all the way to Bosco, and Lane will have to come all the way up and corral, as Bosco's speed even there could be dangerous. Wickham finds Bosco. She'll send it off the side of the net. Everts for Trinity fighting through, winning possession. Up to Sheridan. Now Stafford on a nice run, and might have had a misstep in there. She looked to either hesitate or couldn't quite get the step that she needed to take the shot. Either way, she wins the corner. Sheridan heads. That'll clear out. And it'll be Lane once again. Play it short side. Into the middle of the field. Kangaroos trying to press forward, send it a little too far deep. It's Wickham with a lot of space. And trying to survey the field, and she'll win a corner. Tigers have 5 corners in the game, and this is the first one from this side. Turn shot by McCray. It's going to be Bosco to get on the other side of it, and her turn shot's going to hit off the side of the net. And substitution now for the Kangaroos, Sage Newton will enter in for Watson, and Emery Watson will take a breather with 18 and a half left here in the first half. Trinity looking like they have a slew of subs coming in momentarily. It's Campbell, first one to the ball, to Bosco. And I think she was expecting Campbell to make another run. Campbell had already made a great run just to get first to the ball. Now Wickham. She's all the way back now. Bailey Meyer in the quarterback position. Sends it over to her left. Bosco with the header just outside of the post. She was looking for her second here tonight. Nice turn shot here from Campbell, but sends it about 1.5 feet too high. And the briefly mentioned Zimmy and Kahn earlier, they will join Emily Hayes as they enter in for Taylor Campbell, Bosco, and Sheridan. Zimmy and Hannah Kahn. Two Tigers find themselves in the top 5 in goals and assists. Done it as first substitutes off the bench in most cases here this season. Meyer will send over for Zingelman, playing forward now for Stafford. Looking for a run. Still moving. Now she's going to take the shot off the top bar. And that looked like that was going to clear the crossbar by about 4 feet when she took the shot and ended up hitting it. And the cross comes in, and the big touch from Kahn will send it out for a goal kick. Alyssa Nelson and
Melrose, Wesley Newton, and Ari Rocco.
And Ari Rocco is going to be the other substitute, and they go in for Brittany Hutton and Heather Foster.
Good run, though. Good run, Purple Hayes.
Emily Hayes had it, lost it, and finally got it back. Trinity will switch up the side of the field from right to left on the attack. Ozumi takes the shot now to the foot of Kahn and just beyond her reach. And that'll go for Kennedy Lane. Kangaroos with a fairly young squad here. Quite a few sophomores, first years, a few juniors, and looks like Shelby Smith is the lone senior. Pardon me, Giselle Melendez and Shelby Smith, the lone seniors. Heath, Cassie Bowers, and Nina Pollock await entry for Trinity, and their time will come quickly. 13:15 left to go here first half. Substitutions for the Tigers. Coming off will be Everts, Wickham, and McRae.
And Cassie Bowers.
This is Pollock, who just entered, as Bowers. It's going to go wide. Giving chase will be Hayes. Pollock had pressure. Bailey Meyer will head forward. Hayes into the middle of the box. That was me. Just couldn't get the extra step she needed. And it'll be Reese Wallace checking in now for the Tigers.
For the Tigers, Reese Wallace.
She'll take the play of Kira Stafford, and Wallace will stay near side. Emily Hayes will replace Stafford on the far side. On our other stream, Trinity Volleyball ranked number 2 in the country, dropping the first set to Santa Cruz 25-22, winning the second 25-12. That happening on campus over in Calgary Gymnasium. And here it's the 8th ranked Tigers up 2-0 as the first half draws to the 10-minute mark. Wallace with some footwork. Those are me. Nice idea, but the run wasn't there. Gives it back for the Kangaroos. Singleman pushed it forward, giving chase, and somehow keeping that from going out. On the far side was Kahn. But the Tigers can't put it anywhere near the goal, and they'll play it out. Substitution. Rihanna Cortez Pinedo entering in, taking the place of Giselle Mundez Wallace. Now to the foot of Aaron Heath. Kahn gives for Bowers. Far side out for Hayes. Austin College doing a good job of working together, and they haven't been able to take possession back, but they're forcing the ball away from where Trinity wants to put it. And now Wallace is going to try to take it one-on-one. She's going to earn a corner. That one was deflected out. Goes all the way back deep. headed around, and Emily Hayes just a touch over the crossbar. And the whistle will blow here as the Kangaroo down to the ground. I'll take a quick break while she is attended to and be right back here in just a bit. So the momentary pause as we tended to the injury, and we'll wait just a little bit longer as the injury was taken off to the Trinity bench side, where I believe there's some medical personnel that can better attend to it on that side, and both head coach and assistant coach Gregory down that way for a moment, so we'll allow them to work their way back.
Evan, when you're ready, bud.
And everything looks to be in order. We believe the injury was to Alyssa Nelson, and looks to be a lower leg injury. So hope for the best. That'll be played out for another corner, the 7th here of the day for the Tigers. So it'll be Hayes instead of Stafford for the first time, and that one booted through, takes a couple of hops, and flicked out by the Roos. And then the injury replacement here is going to be believe, Heaven Barber, as it's number 30.
In for the Roos, Heaven Barber.
Yep, and it'll be Heaven Barber, the reserve goalkeeper here for the Kangaroos. She'll come in and play the field for the time being. Bowers worked her way in for a nice shot and didn't get a whole lot on it. Lane was able to corral. The Roos with only 7 substitutions available for the evening. That might explain Barber's appearance in the field. Mentioned it was a young team, also not a very large squad. But in talking to the coaching staff earlier, they like the team's resilience. So they work really hard and they become a close-knit team. And when you're a young team, new coaching staff, and all of those things help start to build for what you want in the future. And sometimes the results take time and the effort can be there pretty early on. And first halves against Trinity in a 2-week span, they've held the number 8 team in the country to a goal in the first 45 minutes up in Sherman and 2 goals here in the first 40 minutes. And that's with Trinity probably having close to about 30 minutes of those 40 of possession. This one booted down, but once again, the controlled possession is going to be an issue here for the Kangaroos. Probably had to know coming in that they were going to be defensive-minded, do what they can, work hard, force the extra passes, try to take it away, keep Trinity from making the turns that they have. Unable to do so against Bosco and Sheridan early on, and that was where the 2 goals came from. But you can see them working towards collectively crashing as Aaron Heath sends that one in. Another save here for Kennedy Lane. Looking back at the game 2 weeks ago, you can also see where, when we talk about only having 7 substitutions, the difference being for the 2 teams. As Trinity's only had a few subs here in the first half, which leads me to believe that Coach Harrison's basically letting the starters play out their time. And we'll probably see bit more from the reserves here for the entirety of the second half, if I were to guess. Could surprise us, but starters got probably about another 10 minutes in the second half as Heath with another shot on the turn. Just putting them on frame. Lane has been able to track them. Looked impressive here early on. There's 8 saves behind Barber in the conference lead. Barber with 66 coming in. Lane had 58. She has 6 here in the first half, so She'll advance that to 64. Turn in, kicked out. Bowers plays it back for Heath. Now, Izumi just outside the box, looking for Reese Wallace, and well defended. Cleared all the way back out. Now Bailey Meyer will give chase. 100 seconds left in the first half.
Sage, you're good there, Sage. You're good.
And this will be a Austin College throw. So 90 seconds. If you were Austin College, you wanted to maybe sneak through with only a minute to play. If you get possession back, maybe you push forward a little bit more than you would normally. But with a minute and a half left, they were unable to keep the possession past the first pass. Now Newland trying to make something happen here with under a minute to play. Has that one cleared all the way back. It's going to be Lauren Lewis giving chase. She didn't have any, she wasn't called upon in the Schreiner match, not called upon here, so 2 halves of work for her. She'll raise her time without a goal. As Ozumi will draw the 9th corner for the Tigers. We'll see how quickly they choose to take this as you see the clock counting down. Looks like they might have just one shot here.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7.
And that will come from Bailey Meyer, and she sends it up and over the crossbar, and that will take us to break. Here at the end of the first half, Trinity behind Michaela Bosco. She scored early on back in the 4th minute of play, assisted by Molly Sheridan. And then 16:07 into this one, Molly Sheridan collected a goal, assisted by Alana Wickham. And that is where we stand. 24 shots in the first half for the Tigers. They put 8 of them on goal. 6 saves for Kennedy Lane. Trinity took 8 corners, and they had an offside in the first half. We're going to take the break with them. 14:32 left here in the break, and we'll be back in that time for the start of the second half here in San Antonio. just about ready here for the start of the second half. Trinity 2-0 over Austin College, and
Getting ready for the second half of play.
see the
Trinity fans.
potential trouble brewing for the Tigers on the hardwood. Volleyball losing the third set and falling behind 2-1 to Santa Cruz. Our halftime in-game coverage. Quite a few subs. We'll get to them here momentarily as we start the second half. And it'll be Sheridan getting us started. Knocks it over to Zingelman. And Hannah Khan working the center. Everett's passing far side over for Reese Wallace. Sends it in. And Austin College able to get more into the mix, eventually winning the throw. Austin College trying to work their way forward. Officially, these stats had Trinity at 66% of the possession here in the opening frame. But 86% of that possession for Trinity was in their attacking half. And Austin College credited with 0% attacking final quarter offensively for them. So even if it was only 66% by the stats keepers, it was a dominant 66%. That one flicked on, and Abby Schneider trying to get into the mix around the 6-yard box. We'll see that one be played out for another kick. Joey Finley has been entered in here to start the second half here for Lauren Lewis. We're not surprised by that one. And then starting here in the second half, looks like they gave us just substitutions for those that did not continue on from the end of the first half. But Abby Schneider, Taylor Campbell back in, Emma Everts, Molly Sheridan, Michaela Bosco re-entering, and then for the Kangaroos, Heather Foster re-enters, Brittany Hutton re-enters, Emery Watson, Giselle Melendez-Valles having made their way in. Everts has that one blocked by Hutton. But Trinity able to stay on top of it, making their way down. Bosco. Left foot turn, and Abby Schneider just needed to keep it simple and went for a more powerful shot and sent it sky high and up over the bar. In hindsight, you always have more room to settle those types of shots than you do playing them live. Can't really fault her for that as she had a defender on. Now she's got room. Now she takes a good shot. And that one deflected now for Sheridan. And Sheridan has her second of the evening. She's got 2 goals and an assist. And the Tigers will take the 3-0 lead. And number 13 for Molly Sheridan. That puts her level with Bosco for the conference lead. And those two have feasted here this week. Midweek game against Schreiner, and then here this Friday evening. one set up nicely by the maneuvering of Schneider to get the shot off. It wasn't handled particularly well. Was saved, but left right in front, and then Molly Sheridan was able just to walk through the 6-yard box, just outside the 6-yard box, and have the shot that she wanted. Taylor Campbell, and then Bosco, and they're going to whistle for offside. You felt like it was close, and the flag came up. Giving chase defensively. Her back line has not been tested too much, so she steps in, ready for any type of called upon action. This is Wallace. The nice run, well defended, and she dribbles into a couple of Kangaroos and loses possession here for the Tigers as we are under 40 to play. Kahn intercepts. Now her shot on goal. That one's smothered by Lane. With that save for Lane, that gives her number 67 on the season. She moves ahead of her teammates.
That's us. Well done, Emery Watson.
Evan Barber for the conference lead. Kangaroos applauding teamwork in the action. That one just out of your screen there with the overhang. Giving Austin College to throw.
Hey! Who's the Russian from Rocky Ford?
Zingelman working her way through for the Kangaroos. It was Hutton. Melendez Valles there for Austin College as well, but eventually given back to the Tigers and just out of the reach of Bosco. And you don't say that too often. Saw the tracking speed. Very few balls that get played. A lot of them, it would be definite that is going out with almost anybody else over there. She can track down almost every one of those. Now Zingelman is trying to flip the switch and go the other side of the field. And then return to sender here for Austin College. So it'll be a throw. Schneider will take it. See if she'll continue to take this and feed it in. Looks like that is the case. Headed back out, and we'll redo it. Trying to find Molly Sheridan once again. Got the turn, the shot, and it'll be Lane stepping up on the one hop. Save 68 on the year for Lane. And tracked. Hutton Feeds it back into the middle for Watson. Now Hutton heading back into the middle, but nobody was there for the Kangaroos. And flicked out by Aaron Heath for the Tigers. And nicely done by Schneider, drawing the foul. Well done just to get the clearance off, but she drew the foul as well, and it'll be a free kick here. Zingelman will send it down. And scratch that. She'll send it across for Wallace. A lot of room for Reese Wallace. Deflected. Efforts trying to win it back. Kahn now in the middle, working with Bosco, and the foul, presumably against Hannah Kahn. Minutes in here for the second half, leaving 35 to play. Don't see a lot of activity just yet here for Coach Harrison. He's going to make some more substitutions, similar to what we saw on Wednesday nights. As we talked a little bit about in the first half, it's always that tricky part where you want to maintain good rest, but you also want to be prepared. When you get into the NCAA postseason, you're playing on Friday night, and then you've got to go back right out there on Saturday, or a possible Saturday, Sunday. But either way, you're playing the next day. So the cross coming in, and Schneider was a little too deep. Bosco not deep enough, and that will clear all the way through. So you're playing back-to-back days when you get to the postseason, and you really, the way you set up your schedule, most teams do not play on back-to-back days. Conference schedule, you play Friday, Sundays. Hannah Kahn going for goal, and she has one. Nicely done for Hannah Kahn, number 8 on the season. And currently number 4 in the conference in goals. That one well struck.
The
Tigers put 2 on in the first half. Put 2 on here in the first 16-15. Excuse me, the first 11-15 of the second half. Now a shot here from Watson. Joey Finley will correct. Be the first shot on goal, first shot of the day for Austin College, and Finley. She's been perfect on the year. Stays perfect on the year. Bosco and Sheridan. Might have drawn the flag, but she stayed on side. Didn't see who was deeper. And Bosco will force the hurried pass that eventually rolls out. Now Sheridan with the shot. And Kennedy Lane with the save. 2 goals here in this half for Molly Sheridan and Hannah Kahn, both unassisted. Bosco made it a bit easy. The corral and the saves are now racking up for Kennedy Lane. 12 on the evening. But it's the 4 that she's let in that are putting Trinity comfortable to this point. And another corner here for the Tigers. Two teams will be back in action here on Sunday. Austin College is going to travel up to Kerrville. They will play Schreiner. Trinity will host University of Dallas. Dallas defeating Schreiner 1-0. And that one a big game for the evening in terms of what it does for Trinity, with Dallas defeating Schreiner. Or excuse me, Schreiner defeating Dallas. Schreiner won that game 1-0. Apologies for that one. But with Schreiner winning that one, they became level with Dallas with 11 points through their first 9 games, sitting in a tie for 4th place. Should Trinity win this one, they will have clinched a spot in the conference postseason. And this year, a little bit different than years past, where 6 teams made it and the top 2 would earn bye. This year, only 4 teams are going to play in the conference tournament, and so nobody's going to get a bye. So just getting yourself locked in is the first step. And now what you're basically playing for is the foul is called against Trinity's Molly Sheridan. Now what you're playing for is the positioning and the seeding. Texas Lutheran and Southwestern comfortably in the 2 and 3 spots so far. If you're Trinity, you want to stay comfortably in that number 1 position and let those 2 teams beat up on each other in the semifinal game. Should you be able to win your own semifinal? That, and the advantage of playing in the 1-4 game, is that you're going to play at 5 o'clock on Friday evening, November 4th, here at Paul McGinley Field, as the Tigers will host Dabney Moore, Clara Richards, Ozimi, and Pollock checking in. Sheridan, Heath, Bailey Meyer, and Zingelman depart. And with under 30 to play, I would say that that is probably it for them tonight. We'll see them again on Sunday. Noon kickoff against Dallas. And more substitutions await this time for both teams. Austin College is going to send forward Delaney Alexander, start of the match. She'll re-enter. Trinity looking to send Jordan Guy, Cassie Bowers, and Bella Ferruzzi onto the pitch next time the ball is played out. Heavy touch for Everts. The shot and the goal here for Hannah Kahn, her second. Collected one moments ago and now has that one, number 9 on the year. And the Tigers take the 5-0 lead. Depending on what has happened over at TLU, Hannah Kahn could have moved her way up to 3rd place, or at least a tie for 3rd place in goals scored in the conference.
Hannah Kahn on the goal, assist to Abby Schneider.
Abby Schneider getting the assist here. And 2 goals now for Kahn, 2 for Sheridan. She's also got an assist, 1 for Michaela Bosco. She got it started. Tigers don't concede a goal. She may not have gotten 2, but she'll end up with a game winner. Trinity volleyball in the 4th set, trailing 2-1. All level in the set, 16 all. Kennedy Lane will come corral. Schneider trying to work down the left side. Nicely stepping up for Austin College. I believe that was Alexander. No, Alexander's over here, so that was Shelby Smith. Apologies on the delay. I had to wait for her to turn around. See the bigger numbers on the backside of their uniforms. Wallace will send this one in. Bowers giving chase. She's not going to get there. And a substitution here for Austin College. Brianna Cortez Pinedo. She'll go in for Watson. Elsewhere around the conference, games that matter to the schools playing here. Volleyball-wise, Austin College and St. Thomas. Kangaroos down 2-1. Shot in, and Lane will corral. St. Thomas leading 2-1 in their fourth set, deadlocked at 21 apiece. A chance for the Kangaroos to continue on. Some big wins already this season. Richards will track and kick over to Finley. Southwestern and St. Thomas at the half, 0-0. It was Texas Lutheran defeating Centenary by a score of 4-2 in women's soccer. And of those 4 goals, it does not look like Simeon collected any for the Bulldogs, so that will move Hennecon into a tie for third place. Tigers with 3 of the top 4 goal scorers in the conference. Jordan Guy working her way through the right side. Come back, resettle, pass it off to Wallace. Good defending from the Kangaroos. Almost into the final quarter of this one. Wasn't me for Ritzy. Now for Bowers. Won't be able to make the turn, but has the pass. Richards. One more pass for Schneider. She'll cross it into the middle of the box. Ferruzzi's foot not able to get on it cleanly. And coming back, almost got it that time. Just goes wide. The Tigers bench appreciates the effort. Stepping up is Campbell. Ozumi, the turn, the shot blocked. Schneider and Pollock were in the mix. Roll out. Finds the foot of Ozumi. Ferruzzi. And Richards. Don't think she was going for goal from there, but shanked it off the side of the foot. The attack lost for the moment. to the middle. Jordan Guy trying to get a foot on it. Stepping up and making the play for Austin College. Jessica McGrady.
In for the Roos, Kevin Barber. In for the Tigers is Isabella Rueda.
Over in Houston, Austin College men's soccer team still trailing now 2-1 with about 24 minutes to play. Ruti quick to switch the field with Pollock. All the way down to the far side. Foul called against the Tigers. The opportunity here for Austin College to freely send it down. Schneider had Ozumi, but felt like maybe it was too close. She'll send it herself. Now Ozumi had space. Ferruzzi sends it in. Would have been close there on the far post area, but Kennedy Lane all over it. Tigers and Banana Slugs, 22 all in the fourth set. Number 2 ranked team in the country, needing a comeback. Santa Cruz played earlier today and had a 5-set match. Tiger football team will be in Memphis tomorrow, taking on Rhodes. Back at home next weekend, hosting Barry. Just out of the reach of Richards. Men's soccer team kind of been on a long vacation. They were only going to play about 6 games here at home anyway. They haven't spent much time here at Paul McGinley Field, but got one more left on the schedule, and they'll host Colorado College on Halloween weekend. And the women host Texas Lutheran and Southwestern. Barber checking in for Austin College moments ago, as well as Isabella Ruda. Shot, Schneider! Couldn't get it to go. The near post was left open. Lane couldn't get there in time. Schneider couldn't get all of it she needed and left it just a few inches wide. We approach the final sixth of this one. Back in Calguard Gym, things not looking good for the Tigers. Santa Cruz up 25-24 in that potentially decisive and defeating set of Trinity. Julie Jenkins has her squad off to a 16-2 start. Only losses to the #1 team in the country, and at the time, shortly named the #4 team in the country after that. But needing more work here tonight if they're going to do anything. But here on the pitch, the work has been put in here by Trinity as they are comfortably ahead 5-0. The Banana Slugs from Santa Cruz do end up taking down Trinity in 4 sets. So emotions will be split here in San Antonio. And I believe the nation's longest home win streak in Division III volleyball coming to an end here tonight as well. So Trinity women's soccer team used to some of those types of nationally leading streaks up until the last couple of years. They had completely run through the SCAC, not having dropped a contest. And just about a decade's worth of play. Now Bowers has Ozumi. Now space for Ozumi, and the shot will be just to the right of the post.
In for the Tigers goes Emily Hayes.
Hayes will come in for Ozumi. And with 13 minutes and change to go here, Schneider will track down and save it from exiting the pitch boundary. Now flipped out, flipped over to Dabney Moore. Far side still Reese Wallace. Sends it forward. Hayes goes to challenge. It's flicked just beyond her reach. Momentarily thought she might have gotten it back, but Austin College working around. Richards fighting her way through. Schneider will come out and help her out. Now a potential run here for Richards. Saves it along the line. Pass forward for Bowers, who's now going to have space. And the Trinity ball. Looked like Bowers was trying to see if she could get there just ahead of the runner for the Kangaroos in control. And maybe just swipe the ball back ever so slightly out of the reach, which would have given her a complete run into the box, unmarked. But Kangaroos, as they have pretty much all night, I mean, they've given up the 5 goals, but collectively, defensively, Trinity's had some struggles with some of their opportunities. Kangaroos coming through in the right times at time. Offside given. Watson and Hutton waiting to check back in here for Austin College. As Hutton checks in, they were asking who she was going in for. Her response was she couldn't see the number. Makes me feel better about my abilities here tonight. And the yellow card given for Schneider. Kawa Negrete is still down, but looks like maybe just stretching out. And Trinity trying to sub off Schneider on the yellow, but the center official not allowing it, to the dismay of both coaching staffs. Austin College will have Rocco and Melendez Valles checking back in as well. And now the subs come for both teams. Trinity will be sending on Anna Agar and Hannah Johnstone. Johnstone collecting her first collegiate goal on Wednesday night. And she'll go in for Cassie Bowers. Agar in for Schneider after the yellow. Schneider had only played the second half, did not enter in the first. She puts in 35 minutes of work. And now Hayes trying to work her way through. Gives for Jordan Guy. Now far side. Cross comes. Flicked on by Hayes. I'll clear all the way back here now for Pollock. Her shot just over the crossbar. Nina Pollock trying to go for goal. A fairly nice distance. Almost finding magic here in the final 10 minutes. Johnstone. And the shot was eventually blocked. And the 10th corner of the day here for the Tigers. Again, we'll be back with you noon here against University of Dallas on Sunday. We'll be back to our normal video production team and crew. Hayes has that one just kicked away inside the 6. Day on campus here serving for fall break. Although fall student athletes obviously getting very little of those opportunities. But a day to rest without class before the game today. Agar has that one hit off her hand and wasn't exactly paying attention to it, but whistle stays silent and Trinity will send it around the other side. Reese Wallace into the box. Nobody there for the Tigers. Kennedy Lane runs out with it.
Giselle, do you want it? Giselle, do you want it? Nina, this is also us. Go. Annie, you're out here.
Agar up ahead for Johnstone, gives way. Hayes trying to track it down. She'll get the touch. Now races down the left side. That'll be blocked out. Corner number 11 coming here for Trinity. Agar to service it in. Hayes and Pollock in the box, but they're going to play short. And now the kick forward, offside. Cross comes in. Ferruzzi was trying to get to the back end of that, but Kennedy Lane stepping in. Johnstone flicks it ahead with Hayes. Back to Johnstone. Her shot blocked. Giving chase, unable to come up with it. It was going to be Watson. As we approach 5 minutes, it'll be Richards putting it back in play. A lot of space for Ferruzzi. Shot came on by Jordan Guy. Watson with a little bit of room. Agar closes in quickly, helps take it away. 4.5 left to play here in San Antonio. Ruda on the far side. Puts it back in. A lot of space for Richards. Looks to feed it in. Nice move into the middle of space in the box. There for Wallace. That'll help the team draw the corner. Tricky angle there for Lane. She did well with it. It's going to be a good service, but long and, well, not as good as it looked from my angle to start with, as it ends up on the top of the netting. And we're under 3 to play. As we move into the final 100 seconds of this one. Take you back through at 3:45 in this one. Michaela Bosco from Molly Sheridan. And about 10 minutes later, it was Sheridan herself from an assist off of pass from Lana Wickham. And as we open play here in the second half, Sheridan struck again. Gave her 2 goals on the day, put her level with Bosco for 13 on the season. And then in a 5-minute stretch, Hannah Khan striking twice.
1 minute.
The second one assisted by Clara Richards and Abby Schneider. And that gives Khan 9 on the year. And that feels like it might be our final score here at 5-0 for the Tigers. Joy Finley entering in the second half. Didn't get a lot of action, even with pass backs, but did get a save on a shot on goal. 47 shots here for the Tigers, 21 on goal.
10 seconds. 9, 8,
Kennedy Lane with 16 saves tonight.
5, 4.
But it'll be the Tigers who take this one by a final score of 5-0. And they improve on the season to 13-0-1. They are back in action on Sunday. And Austin College will be up at Shriner, looking for their first breakthrough of the year. We thank Reed on camera and our students who have helped out all day with the volleyball coverage back in the control room for their efforts. They'll be back with you guys on Sunday for soccer action here from Paul McGinley. We'll see you then, and have a great night. It's been a pleasure.
Go Tigers.